Oh, all right, we're rolling. I think this is environmental science. This is Mr. Hollins, I know, and we're back with the plan for today. And I know we already covered this, so let me just remind you and tell you what's in the plans. We've already done discovery. Discover biome characteristics. I gave you the posters with the biomes, and you were to go through there based on what you knew already and try to identify some of those characteristics for each biome. Then today we find the biome in Colorado. So I gave you some descriptive settings and that identified some of those biomes and where they were in our state. Additionally, with that setting, it asked you or told you some of these specific organisms. So if you didn't recognize some of those animals or some of the plants, then you were given descriptions of each thing that was in that poster, specific for that biome. Then you were given charts. And for your biome, say for grasslands, for example, you would define each one of those 7 characteristics: the location, the elevation, topography and soils, rainfall, climatic factors, the vegetation types, and the adaptations to the abiotic factors there, in addition to wildlife types and their adaptations to abiotic and vegetation factors. So that was number 3, that was today. So you did that. And to present your biome to the class so that the class can fill in the chart that they were given. Now the chart looks like this. And I made these little cells a bit bigger so that you could write on the front and back. So you have 4 on the front and 4 on the back. Grasslands, sagebrush, shrublands, montane shrublands, pinyon juniper woodlands, montane forest, subalpine forest, the alpine tundra, and of course the aquatic riparian wetlands. You were also given this sheet, what's going on in Colorado ecosystems? So for your ecosystem, you would list that specific biome that we'd let you see and try to find the interactions between animals and plants, between biotic and abiotic components, and then on the back, the ecological processes, which we've covered in depth: succession, energy flow, carbon cycling, nutrient cycling, etc. So all of these things were enriched with the reading material that I gave you today. Here you can take a good look at some of the interactions that take place in Colorado's ecosystems. So what's going on in Colorado ecosystems? Here it is. And this gives you identifiable behaviors between animals, predator and prey, symbiosis, and intraspecific, with some definitions here of these terms, between plants and animals, between animals and abiotic conditions. And I don't know if you can zoom in on this print here, but this is the information that you're asked to use, and then the ecological processes that occur. Subsequently, we're going to take this information that you have on the chart once you have the presentations to fill in the entire chart, and we're going to ask you to go back and get that U.S. watershed map that you have. And I gave you each. If you need another one, I can give you the U.S. watershed map, and what we're going to do is plot all of the data that you have so far and see how many things we can come up with. As an example, I have a little bit of a U.S. map here that I've drawn myself, and we can see some of this area down here. In Florida, perhaps, might be some sort of a biome like swamplands or the bayou. Maybe some mountainous areas here in the Appalachians, northern deciduous forests up through here. Again, some more mountains over in the Ozark areas, whatever. Some more northern forests in Minnesota. Certainly the Rockies over here where we are, and that would be some biomes. Also the high deserts over here in Nevada, parts of Arizona, certainly the Great Southwest Desert. Maybe some rainforest action up here in the northwest. Additionally, maybe some coastal ocean type biomes you might find. Maybe something down here in Texas along the Rio Grande for riparian representation. So I'm going to ask you to put that stuff on your map. Additionally, on your map, we would have soil types. You can see the little white lines here. And maybe that's just an indication you put on your map for the type of soil. eastern soil as opposed to western soil. I've indicated maybe purple lines for some sort of western soil type, whatever that might be. Now, you also have precipitation data. That precipitation data you can get from the CoCoRaHS website that you have in your journals. And I want you to list several of these precipitation amounts nationwide. So maybe in the southeast, in the northeast, in the central states here, maybe the northern states, out west where we are, all the way out west. And you should have quite a few of those rain precipitation data pieces throughout the entire map. And of course your watershed. So you remember this long thing here in the middle, that being the Mississippi, the Ohio River here, maybe this Tennessee River, the Missouri, don't forget that, we are in its watershed, South Platte, North Platte, whatever we have. And additionally, we should have a key, some sort of a key, that will tell us what these colors are indicating. Okay, and additionally, some text there that describes what the precipitation amounts are and where they came from. So on your map, what we're looking for is for you to have an accumulation of watershed, the watershed type here, biome types, at least 30 points of precipitation data. There's certainly well enough precipitation data from the CoCoRaHS website for you to include. Soil type, and we'll tell you a couple types of soil there, and a key, the key to each description type that you include. So this is what we're looking for as an assessment or an evaluation of your understanding of biomes, precipitation, soil type, and where those things are in our country. So with Colorado's 8 biomes and nationwide, all of the biome indications, let's take a look and see what we have. We'll look for you and your map to show up next class and see how that goes. It's Mr. Hollins, over and out, Environmental Science.